So I'm Juan Etcheverry, head of sales engineering for dLocal, based out of Barcelona, but was born and raised in Uruguay, and over 4 years ago moved here and been working for dLocal since then. What we do at dLocal is we allow large enterprise companies, right, to be able to solve their payments problems in emerging markets. So what we allow them is to connect with the local consumers via their local ways, right? And whenever they have to collect payments, and also to disburse, right? So a company based out of the US, out of Europe, to be able to pay Filipinian people in their own terms via their e-wallets, via their bank accounts, and so on. So we are helping bridge the emerging economies with the developed markets. So we see stablecoins as a cheaper alternative to SWIFT. We see our partners looking into stablecoins, and at the end, we're serving merchants. So we have to accommodate and to keep on evolving as they evolve, as their treasury needs evolve. So it's just pivotal and fundamental to dLocal to be able to be at the vanguard here and to be able to serve merchants however they want. Fireblocks is the main player in the industry, right? And what we're seeing by partnering with Fireblocks and being participants of the network, it's being protagonists in this whole evolution of the ecosystem, right? And also what we are allowing here is a company using Fireblocks for their infrastructure to be able to as well manage their own, I don't know, let's say they have a treasury in Mexico, in MXN. So what they want is to on-ramp that immediately before going MXN to USD to stablecoins. What we are allowing here by connecting to the Fireblocks network is for these companies to be able to convert from MXN to USDC, to the USDT, to stablecoins, always from the Fireblocks system, right? And avoid having multiple providers, multiple connections, multiple liquidities, treasuries, and so on. Let's say dLocal today, we're collecting payments in Argentina, in Chile, South Africa, Nigeria. So whatever, it's 43 countries. We have to manage local bank accounts, local liquidities. We have to expatriate those funds and hold them in our own bank accounts cross-border, right? So when connecting to the Fireblocks network, we are able to centralize this and make everything and all the exotic currencies to stablecoins, and therefore be able to manage our treasury faster, leaner, and cheaper. The engagement and everything has been amazing, honestly. I think it's a lot to learn internally and a lot to develop in our own systems in order to be able to serve the industry and to be able to connect with Fireblocks network adequately. It's no longer, let's say, end of the day, we close the balance and then I settle you via SWIFT, or we move funds once a day, but now it's everything in real time instantly. So it's quite funny to see how to adapt everything and to be able to get to this next level. It's part of the learning curve, right? You will see, of course, first the disruptors, the different fintechs, the people that are moving fast, right? And then what you have to convince is the large enterprises, the companies that might take a little bit more on decision making, that are more on the traditional side of finance, right? That you have to convince them and show them that it's better for them from a cost perspective, from a settlement perspective, time perspective. So it's mostly that, and show them all the benefits that it could bring them. There won't be detriment to their typical day-to-day finance infrastructure, to the reporting, to whatever. So it's just convince them and being able to be there for them, and in order to teach them and to help them understand the whole ecosystem, right? There's always now a piece of the quarterly business review where we talk about stablecoin adoption, what we're seeing, how we can suggest them in order to include them within their planning. So it's quite funny because it's not only us promoting it, but themselves asking hey, could you please make 15 minutes, 10 minutes out of the QBR that maybe is 3 hours long, right? For stablecoin, and see how we can adopt it. It's interest, and it's part of the evolution of the merchant as well, of going that way. So we will enable every company that is within Fireblocks to be able to manage liquidity and whatever they need with the exotic and the emerging markets, right? So in the end, by being partnered with Fireblocks and being part of the network, we will be able to, together with Fireblocks, to offer a whole suite of products and a whole suite of currencies, let's say, right, to all these companies that are today leveraging on Fireblocks for their on-chain management, right? So we see it there, right, as the growth and the future of the partnership, to be a key player on these companies and how they interact with emerging markets